Hey there, welcome to my channel, Messes with Michelle. Today's video, I'm sharing with you the organization of my kitchen island. My kitchen island has great storage cupboards, but I haven't really been keeping this space really organized. You can see here, it's just very random things stored in here, from pet food to reusable bags to paper towels. So I just want to compartmentalize what I have in here and make it more streamlined and make it more aesthetically pleasing and just overall make it more organized so I know exactly what I have inside this island. I really wanted to keep this space organized, but I really didn't want to spend too much because I know storage solutions can be very costly. So I went to Dollarama and I found some great storage containers. I bought some vinyl shelf liner for the inside of the cupboard as well as plastic storage containers and bins. And I was really happy with what I found. It was between $1.75 to $4 for the storage that I purchased for my island. Before I start organizing, I'm going to pull everything out of the island so this way I know exactly what I'm working with, and then I'm also going to give it a good wipe down. Now that I have everything cleared out, I'm using a mixture of vinegar and water and a microfiber cloth to give the shelves a really good wipe down. If you're returning to my channel and you've watched my cleaning videos in the past in my kitchen, you'll probably notice that I've moved my island to face a different direction, and this is only temporary for this video. I didn't have that much clearance between the counter where the sink is and the island to really move around freely, so I just decided to swivel around the island so this way I had more room to freely move around and organize and clean out this space. If you're new to my channel, I have two dogs, Duke and Buster, and I have this basket designated for their pet supplies inside the main entry-level closet. I had a few supplies in the kitchen island that I wasn't using on a regular basis, so just to make room for other items and storage in that space, I decided to move the pet supplies into this basket, and this way they're out of the way and out of the kitchen, but I still have a designated area for the dog supplies in the hallway closet basket. The cereal container is perfect for Duke's dry kibble. I was using a smaller Tupperware that you see here to add his food into, just because we buy really large bags and it's really hard to scoop out the food, especially when you get to the bottom of the bag. So I just put a bit of kibble in the small container, just easier to scoop out into their bowl. And I wanted to get something a little bit larger, and the cereal container was great because it has a lid, it's larger, and you can flip open the top and it's easier to pour into the bowl. And before adding the food, I made sure to wash out the container. Moving on, I'm just using a bit of Lysol disinfecting wipes to wipe out these baskets. So I'm going to be putting my paper towels as well as my reusable bags inside these two baskets. Now I'm sorting out my reusable bags, and I didn't realize how many I had, and they're just stuffed bags inside other bags. So I was gonna fold each one on camera, but I thought, you know what, I'll use a little bit of YouTube magic and get it done. So I started folding up these produce bags that are reusable, and then I stopped, and just with a snap of the finger, I'm able to get everything folded. I really could have used a second basket for my reusable bags. I didn't really take into account how many I actually had, just because I mentioned they're just bags stuffed inside bags. So I'm just going in and just trying to squeeze in as many bags into the basket as possible. Now I'm going to go in and start lining the shelves with the liner. This is a vinyl liner. There's no adhesive on the back, which I actually like because it's just easier to replace if it gets dirty or you just change your mind and no longer want it inside the shelves and cupboards. I've used a similar product from Dollarama inside the cupboards underneath my sink as well as in my dry goods cupboard. So I'm just going in and starting to measure out how much of the liner I need for my shelves. And I found that it's better to place it vertically rather than horizontally, just because it was about 2 inches too short to go the full length of the shelf if I did it horizontally. Now that I have everything lined up, I just used a really sharp X-Acto knife and I just started trimming out the excess of the liner that I wasn't needed, that was hanging over or just overlapping. Now that I have the shelves lined with the liner, I'm going to start placing my storage items inside the island and just start mapping out where I want everything placed. I really like using this kitchen vinyl liner. I have a similar vinyl underneath the kitchen sink just with a different pattern, also from Dollarama, and it's held up really nicely. And I also like the fact that I have extra grip for the storage items to sit on. I have a lot of plastic storage baskets and containers, and I know with the combination of the plastic on top of the MDF inside the cupboard, things would be sliding around if I didn't have the liner. So when I know when I need to grab something from the basket and I take things out, I won't have the basket sliding all over the place. I wasn't really sure if I was going to use this wire shelf inside the cupboard. I really didn't have a purpose when I purchased it, but I wanted to try it out because I was always interested to see how functional they are. And I'm glad that I bought it because I was able to put my reusable vegetable and fruit bags onto this shelf, which is great. And it just reminds me that I have them because before these bags were stuffed inside other bags and I totally forgot about them. So now they're easily accessible and I can see them when I first open the cupboard to remember to use them when I go shopping. When I bought this stackable shelf, I really had in mind the potatoes for storage. I usually keep them in the bag, but I just thought it'd be more convenient to have them on this small shelf. So I just have a package of small potatoes in my shelves at the very top, and at the bottom I'm just going to use my bulk potatoes and just put them at the very bottom so they're easily accessible when I need to use them. These two storage containers are perfect for Buster's canned food, so I'm just going to line these two baskets with the cans. And I really wanted to try to keep all the dog food together so this way it wasn't all over the place. So this is a nice cleaner look to display their foods. Now that I have everything placed and organized inside the island, I just want to give you a quick reminder what the island looked like before. And here's the after, and just by adding a few simple storage solutions from the dollar store, it made a huge difference. All the items in here have their own separated containers, everything looks more compartmentalized and very organized. And just by taking out a few unnecessary things that I don't use on a regular basis also made a huge difference. And I really like the liner just because it just adds a little bit more of a pop when I open up my kitchen island. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to give a big like on your way out, and I'll catch you next Sunday when I upload my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.